Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 288, Nasdaq's up 134, S&P's up 41. Let's go to our man Jim in Palm Harbor. What's happening, brother?
Hey, how are you, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing good. I'm looking up the plans in the Bible for Noah's Ark just in case we need it.
It's so true, folks. So Jim lives right up a couple of miles away from us right here in St. Pete, right? And you should see the last month, it has rained here in an incredible way. And it's better than being 100 degrees, but it's pretty mild, man. I mean, day in and day out, this rain is something else, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, I'd like to ask you about Southern Copper today. I was looking at a 2-year weekly chart. It looks like it's a double bottom. And if you look on a daily chart for a few years back, 11/4 of 16, it's into the big up day they had that day.
Oh,
and
yeah,
look at
it. Okay.
On copper.
Yeah, so Southern Copper, folks, is the largest copper company in the world. The low for the year is 28. The high is 45. You're at 29 right now. Yeah, I can see what you're looking at. What I'd try to do is have a little more patience. Because it looks to me, Jim, that this is coming down too hard into this level. You know what I mean? It's like, that's saying that, we're 29, 26.16 was the beginning of that level. I just give it a little bit more, because I know what you're saying, man. And if you go to the copper contract, this copper contract's been a one-way trade. We're at that 258 level. And that looks to me like it wants to go test the lows of a week and a half ago, which is 253. So, if you do get SCCO right, we know that that's a little rocket ship. There's no doubt about that, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about in my work, last job I had, we used an awful lot of electric motors, and then of course if all the autos, a lot of them go to being electric cars, they're going to need electric motors and housing wiring and all that other. And I know things are slow right now, and it probably won't happen for a while. But I was just thinking that at some point that's going to be a really good one to get into.
It is, and what's also happening, you're in the real path here, because what's also going to happen. So picture, China basically is all about copper, okay? And the real question is, okay, so we get the battle on with them right now, but what you're gonna have here is that if they're using some of their supplies right now, the way that China comes into the market, folks, okay, whether it's 2 or 3 months from now, the bottom line is that they'll come into the market again and buy, and then store it up again. So, I can see what you're looking at. And, I just wait a couple more points, because I think at a couple more points, it's either going to reject that lower price or go right through it. And if it goes right through it, well, then you save yourself some bucks.
Yeah.
But I like the setup. I know what you're looking at. What he's looking at, folks, is that, this has been in a range for a long period of time. I can take this back up to 2007. And this is the range. The range that it's in, you get a lower part of this range is somewhere about 22, and the higher part is out of 41. So just give it a little more time, man.
Okay. I appreciate
get in
it.
that boat.
And say hi to Tommy for me.
I will. Get in that boat, man.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Talking about a boat, we're gonna ride the Chapman Wave, folks. We got waves to ride out here. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, and don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Basil does an outstanding show for each and every one of us out here. Also, it's a great newsletter, The Opening Call. Now, our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, is going to be doing a workshop for his subscribers this coming Wednesday, and it's real easy to get into the workshop, folks. What do? You come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go into featured content. You'll see the opening call. You hit the opening call. You hit subscribe. Bottom line, you can get it for 1 month. It's $128. It's the 30-day money-back guarantee. You can get a great newsletter. You can get a great webinar. And you talk about volatility. Well, Basil always seems to have these done right when we always have volatility. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you doing? We've got a wonderful day here in Boston. Just beautiful summer weather.
That's a beautiful thing. And they got, over the weekend here, folks, you got the Cape Cod down Falmouth, the Falmouth Road Race, which is a short road race, but it's a bit nice road race. People come from all over the world for it, which is pretty cool. So, market-wise, let's talk about it.
Yes.
Oh, let's talk about your webinar. Tell me what you're going to do in your webinar.
So, within the context of timing and doing all these other things that are so important in the market. What we're really looking at is what is going to happen over the next couple of months. And we're starting to prepare for subscribers. I've started to look at certain stocks. We did that from the last webinar. We were looking at certain sectors and certain stocks that looked like they were appropriate for that move. And we've had a very nice move in some of them. Remember, one of them I spoke to you about was CCI because it's in the REITs.
Yeah.
And it's done very well. It's at an all-time high today. We were in at about 135. It did 143 today, so it's done very nicely. So what we're really, looking at is, within the context of this market, what is appropriate? What stocks that we kind of missed because they ran up so quickly, ran up so fast? What stocks have come down that I still really like? I like them as stocks in particular in a sector. I like them as a part of the group. What are we going to look at? And this coming Wednesday, I'll be picking some stuff. We're going to be focusing on. We actually have started already today, even though we're in a sell mode in the daily chart, and we've just gone to a sell mode in the weekly chart of the Dow. It says we could have a top period, even though I was anticipating a sharp rally maybe into Monday or even Tuesday. We've actually started to pick some stocks right now. So if anyone wants to come to the webinar, subscribing now would be very good, because we're starting the process, because I think there are some stocks that have really been beaten down. We're going to test their strength by starting positions there, and that's going to be very important. So what is it going to be? It's going to be about sectors that have worked before, that have been under duress for the last couple of weeks, that I think will come back, sectors that might have a little longer to go before they really come back strongly, and stocks that have been very, very favorably participating in the market, and now they pull back over the last couple of weeks, and those are stocks that we want to see if we can either re-enter or enter, and this is looking out for the next couple of months. So it's going to be prescient in that I'm looking at what's happening now, what can we start preparing for, and that'll be the process that we're going through. And as you know, every day I'll put these charts I shouldn't to subscribers, and we show the Chapman Wave methodology, how we pick the buys and the sells and all that. And as I say, we've been in a sell. We went short now right at the top, 7 points at the top, and we actually have taken quite a bit of profits, but we are still short that expecting some deaths to come.
And folks, it's real easy to come into this webinar. The way you do it, you come over to our website at TFNN. And right when you get to that website, you're going to see under featured content. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman. You see the opening call. You hit subscribe. You can get it for 1 month for $128. You can get it for 6 months for $5.95, which is a savings of $173. You can get it for a year for $9.95, which is a savings of $541. Now, they all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're going to be in the webinar. It is this coming Wednesday. And the bottom line, folks, hold on for the ride, because we're coming into the weekend. We know that in Asia, in Hong Kong, there's going to be action once again, and we'll see how that affects our markets. Basil, you have a great one, a safe one, and of course, we look forward to the show on Monday. Thank you
very much, Tom. You too.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow is up 269. Nasdaq's up 131. S&P's up 40. Coming back with our man, Mr. Dave White. We're going to be talking technology, folks.